One big problem if you're either a first-time manager or an experienced manager is that when you start managing a team, there is no automatic authority in place. So when you try to impose your voice, it's very likely that the reaction of your team is far from your expectation, and your team may not respond as you would like to. For instance, if you're giving them instruction, they kind of walk away, which is not really a good feedback. What's happening where your team does not respond? For example, they almost ignore your instructions. They may escalate to your boss asking for confirmation or for another version of the same brief, or even worse, they start building self-managed sub-teams, where someone claims to be the leader of a group of individuals. Even more, what most of the time happens is that your team members don't really know how the team is structured, which is the reason number one, they don't trust you because there is not very clear understanding of what's going on. So the real problem is lack of clarity. Clarity on individual roles, starting from you as the manager, which, if it's not clear, it would just damage the team perception of your lead. So the lack of clarity affects your authority over the team because people generally need to know where they sit on the bus, who is driving it, and where the bus is going. It's very simple. So the solution, it's all about communication. Okay, communication. Now, you may think, communication, really? It doesn't sound anything new. Also, communication is a very broad aspect. Yes, very true. But trust me, stick with me and I'll explain in a second two very simple fundamentals. So you see, communication needs to be effective in two folds. It needs to be very quick, simple and transparent to give immediate clarity, but also needs to be deep, direct and open to build rapport. Now, good. How do you do that? So, step one, show the team structure to provide immediate clarity and go in one-to-one conversation to build rapport with your team members. Let's go through this in detail. So, be quick. In the first team meeting, show to your team the simple and clear diagram that describes the team structure, also called the organogram. If you already had the first team kickoff meeting, that's fine. It's not a big problem, really. Do this at the next meeting you have with your team. The important thing here is show the organogram as soon as possible. Stay very simple. Clearly indicate the name and photo of each team member. Let them know visually you are in the position to manage them. And this will immediately allow them to visually know who is in the bus, who is not, where is their seat on the bus, and who is driving it. So now a question for you. Have you ever shared this diagram with your team? Let me guess, probably not. But don't worry, you're not alone. Based on the team members I've interviewed in different industries in the last 5 years, about 76% of people working within teams have never seen their team organograms. Don't forget, clarifying roles is one of the team manager's primary responsibilities. And remember, being transparent and give context provide your team with a very strong sense of clarity and meaning over their job, which is the first step to demonstrate and build your authority. Because keep in mind, this sense of clarity comes from you. So the sense of authority comes when you give clarity to your team, so they can see a leadership role in you if you provide a clear understanding of what's going on. But this is not enough. You need the second step to go even deeper with your team, which is one-to-one conversations. So the most powerful way to build good relationship with people is one-to-one conversations. So you can do meeting in person in a quiet space in the office, or you can do a video call online in front of the screen. So it is not much different really, as long as you are both focused and not distracted. Just remember that not allowing you being distracted is a strong sense of respect for the person you're talking to. So in the same day you showed your team's organogram, schedule a 10 to 15 minutes one-to-one meeting with every single member of your team. Now, you may think, I have a big team and this will take probably too long, and considering my busy calendar, it may even take days. Yes, but don't worry, this is exactly the point. Most managers don't do that because they think that it is a waste of their time, which is absolutely wrong. Yeah? Spending time one-to-one with each of your team members is the best investment you can do to become a great leader. Okay? So now, you have created your intimate time. What do you talk about? First of all, the purpose of the chat is not to explain that you are there to give orders, but quite the opposite. You are the leader and you are there to give them support, okay? To do that, you want to understand from each person the unique value and strength they bring to the team to achieve the shared goal of the team, which is important for your job and for the success of your team. But on individual level, you want to understand from them how you can help them and grow and progress their career. Therefore, good question to ask are, what is your ambition of this company? What do you want to learn? Which aspect of the job you are more passionate about? What do you do very well? What do you do very quickly? What is the aspect of the job you want to avoid doing? So these are very good questions, and you may, I know you may think, should not this be something that the HR should be dealing with in the first place during a job interview? Yes and no. I would say more no. This is a simple answer. Yeah, no. Okay. Remember, the person here is for you to build a fruitful relationship with your team members. Therefore, this question should come from you. And you should take good notes of this because these are the foundation of good relationships, yeah? Stick this in your mind. People follow leaders who makes them feel listened, valued and unique, which from your team members' point of view, these provide a very strong sense of belonging to the team working with you, which translate to you as the purest and highest form of authority. And this is the only environment where people can really be motivated and productive. Now that you have discovered these two powerful strategies of effective communication to establish your authentic authority without raising your voice, let's talk about productivity that leads us to the next step of this presentation.